on the podcast, the D&D Level Up
That's
podcast.
right.
Thank you so much. We're honored. How you doing today?
Of course. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I am amazing. I'm excited to be here.
We're excited for you to be here.
Sauce.
So we got several questions that we have for you, Angel. Before we get started, we want you to introduce yourself, who you are, what you do in business, as well as I know we know a little bit about your backstory and how you got to the point where you're at right now. You kind of elaborate for us.
Okay, sure. So, of course, my name is Angel Jones. I am the CEO and founder of a business development firm based in the south side of Chicago called Golden Angel Management. And we specialize in helping ambitious but overwhelmed business owners gain some clarity and structure in their sales department. Okay. And we focus on systems, structure, and strategy so we can help lower the poverty rate. So we have 3 core services: sales training, sales assessments, and sales coaching. Okay. And my background and how I got started in all of this actually started when I was a teenager. I was 13 years old when I started volunteering for a nonprofit organization called Fishing Buddies on the south side of Chicago here. And Fishing Buddies taught inner city youth about environmental conservation. So we were talking about fishing, boating, archery, water quality, native plants, native animals, stuff that inner city kids were pretty much not doing, especially not at that age, right? But I volunteered with them until I was 15, and then that's when they hired me. So I worked in their office doing all of the office assistant things, sending, at that time, faxes were a thing. So I was sending out faxes and,
that's old.
drafting emails. I know, right? I'm aging myself, but so I was doing office work, and then I stayed with that same company until I was 22 years old. Wow. So I literally grew with them working in operations when it comes to just handling those back office systems, to marketing, to funding, doing grant writing, and even programming, and even HR, doing some hiring and reviewing resumes to see who would be a great fit for the company based on our mission. Wow. So I really have evolved in that space and have gotten mentored by the leadership there. And by the time I was 22, that's when I realized I did not know how to manage money. I knew how to start and grow a business, but I didn't know how to manage money. But on the personal side, I always say my personal life and my professional life really hit home for me in this time because I really needed to leverage my personal development to prosper in my professional development. I got married when I was 18 to my high school sweetheart, and I wasn't able to have children in that first marriage, so my reproductive organs were damaged, and I was really struggling with that self-worth and that self-value. So by the time I was 20, he committed suicide. And so that really took me by storm. Wow. And really had to shift my capacity, right? Wow. And really understand who I was and what my life purpose was to pretty much align with what I should be doing. And so by the time I was 22, as I said, I realized I knew how to start and grow businesses because when I realized I couldn't have children, I just took a deep dive into business. I'm like, if I can't be a mom, then I'm going to be the best businesswoman the world has ever seen. So y'all know how it is when a woman has her mind made up.
We know.
It's over.
It's done. It's done.
It's done.
So I really, really grew in business, but I met my son's dad, and that after my husband passed away, and so I got pregnant with our son, and I was so elated and just so amazed that I was able to do something that I thought I couldn't do. So with my son being born, he was born full term, healthy baby boy. Wow. And in that process, I learned that I was smarter than I knew and stronger than I thought, and I could accomplish whatever I set my mind to. Nice. And I decided to transition into financial services. So I became a mom at age 22. Wow. And that's when I transitioned from business operations to financial services because I needed to learn how money worked. Okay. So I worked with Allstate Insurance Company.
Okay.
And
So did
I learned about life insurance, annuities, and economics, and how money truly is able to change your life if you know how to use it and leverage
right.
it.
Yeah.
And
leveraging.
I made it to the top 10% in the region
wow.
in sales.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
I was 25.
moving big time.
Yeah. You being blessed and favored, huh?
I really have grown, and I'm so grateful for that skill set because I knew how to operate a business, but I didn't know about the management of the money and how to build a team in alignment with the mission to help others. So I used my nonprofit background and my for-profit new experience to marrying service and sales and sales and service.
Okay.
And that's how I became your golden angel for business owners who really want to solve problems for more people.
Nice.
That is an amazing story. That is out of this world. To go from feeling like you like you couldn't do something to like
go to that point.
Like wow, like I couldn't even going through something a little bit similar, dealing with trying to have kids right now. It's like that's something that connected with me when you said that. I was like, wow, you just feel like what happened to me? Yeah. Like it skipped all these people and it happened to me?
Yeah. It's not supposed
to happen to me like that. And then to go and I'm like, what? Yeah. What did I do? Yeah. Yeah. And you start, you ask yourself those questions. You ask yourself those questions, man, and but to push through it and to have a victory story and to even be able to come back and say that this did happen for me. I wasn't just over. This isn't over. This wasn't over for me. Yeah. I got more to do.
It's definitely a process and a journey.
Yes.
I want to ask you, Angel, where do you get the energy that you bring to the table? Like I always see you like up here every time I see you, and you're always filled with joy, and I'm like especially based on your backstory, most people they're not gonna find joy in the situations that they have and to accomplish the things that you've accomplished at this point, and they probably could have gotten to the point where they kind of sulked or stayed in that situation, or they were surrounded by that circumstances. This, I think Myron Gold was talking about, you have circumstances, you're in a circle and you can stay in that stance because you're being surrounded by whatever it is. The only way to get out of that circumstance is actually how to move out of it. And so you didn't decide to stay in those situations, but how does that affect you moving forward? How did you compartmentalize that pain that you had to go through and start leveraging and start saying, okay, I can see my way out of this? How did you do that?
Well, I always say I attest my resilience to having my core 5 people, right? So in life, you are who you hang around. And if you are not intentional about who sits at your table, then it can literally make or break you. Yeah. But in addition, before we get to the core 5, I go by a mantra that is also the mantra for my company, Golden Angel Management. Our mantra is, it all begins with I. Okay. So our biggest, we hold ourselves accountable. So it all begins with I is basically us reminding ourselves that you are both the problem and the solution to everything in your life. Ooh. Yeah, and all right. It allows you to, right? It allows you to have that mirror moment, right? Yeah. Right. And so with that being my mantra for my company and my foundation for me living my life, it also reminds me of my core values, which are the 4 core values of my company as well. Okay. So it all begins with I is because we're big on accountability, but also our 4 core values begin with the letter I. So we have integrity, impact, influence, and income, right? And those, remembering your core values, really helps align with being resilient to know that what we do every day is bigger than the circumstance right now. So what helped me through that is to see that, for me to even have this mantra, and for me to know that I should have a foundation based on a set of principles that never change was because of my core 5 people. Okay. So the core 5, I call them, is first your goal you, right? So this is someone in your life that's about 10 to 20 years older than you that has success in what you view as success. And for me, I dictate success based on the 4 pillars of life, which is health and well-being, love and relationships, work and money, and purpose and spirituality. So we all as human beings want success in those 4 areas, right? So my goal with you has success in at least 3 out of 4 because nobody's perfect. Correct. So when you look at them, they've accomplished what you want to accomplish. They've overcome things that you are probably dealing with right now, and they can help guide you through your step with being your goal you, right? Now, this is someone that's probably like, you may not even have direct connection to them, but they are a picture of like, okay, this is what I want my life to look like. Right. And then the second person is your mentor or your coach. So you need someone to help put their hand back to pull you up. And of course, this kind of goes back to my nonprofit days. We were big on mentorship and Vision Buddies. So I'm real big on giving back. And so your mentor helps you to elevate to your next level, which leads me to your third person, which is your mentee. So not only do you need a mentor, but you need a mentee. You need someone that you are their picture of what success looks like. You inspire them. They look at you and they're like, man, I wish I could be like them. Right? So you put your arm back and you pull them up. So your mentee, they have 2 purposes, right? So the first purpose is to keep you humble. Because you were where they are at one point in your life. Like, hold on,
you were.
Like, that was you.
That was you.
At one point. And then they also build your confidence because they look at you like you all of that in a bag. Right? So they help you remember, like, hold on, I've accomplished some stuff. Like, I'm not small town, right? This person looks at me and I'm supposed to have their answers. So you need your mentee. And then your fourth person is your peer. You need somebody on your same level. Now, this person probably makes the same amount of money as you. They have the same level of problems as you. You all can vent to each other. Now, I always emphasize, you do not go to your peer for advice. You go to your peer
because you're on the same level.
No, really? I can't ask the person right next to me that's doing the same thing I'm doing.
You know what's so
for advice?
You know what's so funny? I saw like Alex Hormozy talking about don't take advice from poor people if you want to be rich. You know?
Exactly.
So, but I understand. I agree in a certain aspect. Because I feel like everybody has a certain level of mastery in certain areas. Like your peer, even though you might be on the same level, you both have different expertise in different things. So there's other aspects that you could garner from that individual. I mean, there's people who are on a higher level than yourself, and there's people who might not be on the same level as you and in other economic circumstances, but there's wisdom to be garnered from everybody. Personally, that's my viewpoint. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that you can gain wisdom and knowledge from anybody. However, the key point is the key emphasis is advice. You're not going to them to seek advice.
That is true.
You go to your mentor.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You go to your goal to seek advice and counsel. You go to your peer to remind you that you're not crazy. To remind you that you can vent, right? Because sometimes we need that reminder. And I'm gonna bring it back to my situation when I give you the last person. So you have your goal, you have your coach, you have your peer, your mentee, and your mentor. Your mentor and your coach is the same person. But then you have your fifth person, which is your spiritual guide. Okay. Now your spiritual guide helps keep you on your foundation morally, ethically, right? Yeah. They remind you of who you are, your core values. Because as we're on our journey in life and we accomplish some things, we can kind of stray away. Things going. We're gonna keep it real. Like you can stray away. If a certain amount of dollars come out, and you say no to that dollar amount. If it goes against your values, right? So it's like your spiritual guide. Like, okay, girl, like let me remind you.
Come on.
Like,
come on.
This is not you.
They
will pray for you like nobody's business. They will remind you like this ain't even you. Like I don't even know why you even this is question that you're dealing right now, because this isn't even in alignment with who you are, what your values are, right? So as you have those five people really helped me when my husband passed and everybody was blaming me because it was a suicide. Suicide was not as common as it is now. Like mental health was not as so widespread as it is now. So back then, you know, to have a black man commit suicide, and we were supposed to be that couple, it was just like they didn't know where else to go other than me, because I was still here. So it's just like, when you go through things like that and you're challenged, you have to have the right people around you. So my mentor was just poured into me and telling me, like, that's when I really had to understand my worth, my value, who I was outside of being a wife, outside of being the smart girl, right? I was still valuable without all of the titles and all of the accolades. So I had to find my value, my worth, and who I was. And then my peer, when everybody was talking stuff, she was the one, like, it's okay, like, you can tell, you can let me know, like, you can cry, you can let me know, like, this is messed up, like, I'm here for you, like, you don't have to be this person to hold it all together all the time. She reminded me, like, I'm okay to cry, I'm okay to grieve, to still be feeling all of the feelings as I'm still burying my husband, my high school sweetheart, right? So, you know, my peer really helped me, and then my mentee helped me get that strength. Like you said, you got to compartmentalize. I knew I had this mentee looking up to me. At that time, it was my little sister. Okay. So my little sister was looking at me like, okay, what should I do if this happens to me?
Yeah. You know? How can you hold it together?
So, you know, I really. You said what?
No, I'm listening. You said you were holding it together for her. You were holding it together.
Yeah, I had to hold it together, and it helped me see. You know, I was stronger than I knew, because I knew I had some eyes looking at me. Yeah. Being the blueprint for, okay, this is either going to make you or break you, but you decide which one. You're either going to be a victim or a victor. Yeah. And it's always a decision that you got to have in the mirror with yourself every day when you're in a tough situation. Yeah. So that really, keeping things into perspective with my core 5 people was what really helped me to take my life in my own hand and leverage God to, well, not leverage God, but have God literally hold me and get me through that tough time. Yeah,
I can imagine, like, you know, I might ask you this question. I don't know how you're going to feel about it, but, and I know it was something you went through. Did you see any indicators at any point that led you to believe that he would go to that direction, or it was kind of more of a surprise?
No, I saw indicators, but because it was not common at the time, I didn't know what the indicators were. Okay. Like, I didn't know what the red flags were. I didn't know that, okay, if somebody says that they don't feel loved, you should probably, you know, ask why, what happened, or what can I do to be here for you, or even reach out to a therapist, because at that time, we were in the middle of getting a divorce. So when he committed suicide, we were already going our separate ways. So there was it wasn't like when he passed, we were just like kumbaya and love. Like, we lived separately.
I got you. So there wasn't really any connection like that.
Still my best friend.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, okay, I was agreeing with you. Okay, I didn't hear that other part, but yeah, okay, I understand. Wow. That is deep. So you guys were not even living together when this happened. This transpired.
No.
Wow. I was under the impression that you were still together. So there's a lot of things you probably wouldn't have been able to see because he was on his own. Wow. That's unfortunate, but you still got through it though. You know, it's good that you're able to get through it. But let me ask you one thing now. What about your parents? Did they have any influence on creating the person that you are today? Your parents.
I'm sorry, the connection is really tough right now.
Okay. What about your parents?
You said, did my parents have any influence?
Yes.
On you being who you are today.
Yeah.
Let's see how slow.
I believe you asked me if my parents had any impact on who I am today. And of course they did. So I was adopted by my grandparents when I was 8 years old.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So I was removed from my birth parents early in life. And I feel like that transition really gave me the resilience I needed to become who I am for sure. I knew at an early age, if I didn't make better decisions, I would not be a responsible adult. I wouldn't be a nurturing parent. I didn't want to be like my birth parents. Yeah. So that definitely had an impact, as well as being raised by my grandparents had a major impact. Of course, they are my parents. So being raised by them as their daughter, but they're my grandparents, people who were born in the 40s and 50s, really changed my perspective about, social norms, about, just like general lifestyle choices or preferences, I should say. So like, I always say things like this. So I'm a millennial. I'm 30 years old.
Okay.
And growing up, I was not privileged to use the computer the way a lot of people my age were, because I was raised by grandparents and we had world books.
Encyclopedias. The Britannica.
Yeah, we took it back. Or even cell phones. I did not get a cell phone until I was in 8th grade.
Wow.
A lot of my peers, they had cell phones when they were in grammar school early. It just comes to some things like that, that really humble you and really allow you to appreciate working hard for something and not taking the easy way out and not being so addicted to instant gratification.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to things happening so fast in my generation as millennials. Being raised by grandparents gave me a competitive advantage.
I got you. That wisdom that came with them, kind of gave you a little bit more of an edge.
All right.
I know. We're gonna put those texting skills to use.
Ooh, it's typing right now. Okay.
That's good. It's okay. This is what happens when you have ambitious entrepreneurs all together. We make a way.
Make it happen.
It's gonna happen, or it's gonna happen.
Exactly.
I love it. So okay, and if you can't.
Yeah, I'm typing extra slow. Actually. I can hear you fine.
We can hear you
You're
fine.
You're great. Me having to type this in is the problem.
Right now it's good.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Top 3 excuses people make for not signing up for your company and your services.
It's so funny. I'm so glad you changed the word from reasons to excuses.
Excuses. It's not even. I picked up on it. I said, hold on. It's not reasons. Most of the time, it's excuses.
I love it. I call those objections.
Ooh, objections.
Okay. And honestly, I only get one objection, which is my price. They can't afford me. So that's the only objection I ever get, is they can't afford me. But I will overcome that objection because I offer financing. So
okay. That's a tip right there. Make sure y'all offer finance. Make sure you offer finance and find some type of way, y'all. We're doing this. Okay. So you say you only get one reason. I believe it. I believe it. Because people will make all type of excuses all day about why they don't want to do it. And especially when you're offering something with such value, they go, okay, ain't no other reason but, and then they hear that price and they don't know what to do.
But you know what? Usually when the price is too high, I want to get deeper to see why is that the objection.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, why can't you afford me? Are you not making enough sales? Are you poor with your money management? Are you, do you have some money blueprint issues? What is it?
What is it?
Do you not have the resources? So I try to get deeper too. Because of course, as you all know, my whole purpose is to educate, motivate, and inspire other people. So I really am passionate about helping ambitious entrepreneurs gain some clarity and structure in their sales department. So if they are making more money so they can hire more people to help lower the poverty rate, then I'm not doing my job anyway.
Oh, what did I do? Oh, Lord. Go back to this.
I don't know what you're doing.
I got you. I was like, what happened?
Man, this is...
Hey, this is...
I can tell this Google Meet thing is brand new
for us.
So, this is,
This is my first time using Google Meets for podcasting.
Really? Okay.
There we go. What other places what other platforms have you used for podcasts?
Riverside, Zoom, of course.
Oh, Riverside's pretty good too.
Yeah. Okay. Another one. It's another one. I think it's like a duck as their logo. I forgot what the name of it is. Okay. But it's like some type of bird as their logo. I've used that one before. And I believe that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all. Just those three. For actual podcasts outside of like Instagram Live or Facebook Live.
Okay. That's good.
So I see you got the question. If you were coaching
that's my
in
question.
3 phases of your business, from the beginning, middle, and present of your business, what would you say to yourself? If I was coaching me, in 3 phases, the beginning, the middle, and the end, what would I say to me? Okay. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I got to repeat it.
It's okay.
So I can get it.
No,
you don't have to be sorry.
You
ain't got to be sorry.
You ain't got to be sorry.
So, in the beginning stages of my life, in my business, I should say. So I started my business when my son was born, as I told you all, in 2015. He's my golden child. He's the inspiration behind Golden Angel Management. Because with his birth, that really helped me see that I was capable, I was enough, I was worthy. So if I could go back to that time, my coaching would all be based on self-awareness and mindset.
Okay.
So that's what I would say and coach myself on at that phase. Then the middle phase, which was my transition from employee to entrepreneur, I would coach myself on strategy.
Okay.
Because it's a way to do things. And at that time, I was young and I was just very eager to just make the leap. But I didn't have the proper strategy and I didn't have the proper foundation of business coaches at that time. So I was easily manipulated. I was easily impressionable because I didn't have that. Well, first I told you I didn't have that proper foundation of self-awareness. So my middle, that kind of like fell into my middle stage when my transition from employee to entrepreneur. It really helped me. I wasted so much of I didn't say wasted. I prolonged the process longer than I probably needed to because I didn't have the proper strategy and having that structure in place. So I would coach on strategy and structure in the middle of the journey, getting clear on that. I define structure and strategy as who you have, who are you? Being able to know who I am, what problem I solve, what are my core services, who are my target clients, and why they should pay me at the price they pay me. That's what I would have coached me in the middle phase.
Okay. So
because if I had that clear, then I would have literally cut off half the time it took me to learn those things, failing forward through the process.
How long did it take you to do that, to learn those processes before you started to gain that knowledge?
I'm still learning every day, but it wasn't until I invested in my business coach that I was able to gain clear, have ultimate clarity on those areas, and that happened last year.
Oh wow!
So I've been failing forward this whole time.
What made you?
2015.
Okay.
What made you hire a business coach? Was it what event may have happened that made you go, you know what? I know what I need to do.
Honestly, it was a combination of things. So the first thing was I got tired of bumping my head.
You gotta get tired.
You gotta get tired. Tired of being tired.
You said what?
Gotta get tired of being tired.
Gotta be tired of being tired. I was tired of bumping my head on my own, thinking that I had all the answers and that I could figure it out on my own, right? Because I'm like, I'm not going to pay somebody to teach me something I already know. That's what I was telling myself.
Okay.
And so it was me accepting that I didn't know what I didn't know. And that I needed to pay somebody to teach me what I didn't know.
But how did you figure out this individual would be the person that you needed the information from? Because there's so many people out there.
That leads me to the second part. The person is someone that I knew for years and have watched her grow from us both hustling, honestly, to now she's a millionaire. She has $1 million company.
Okay.
And it's in Forbes.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So it's just like, okay. seeing her do it. Like I said, your business coach, your goal youth should be someone who is doing what you want to do. They've accomplished what you want to accomplish. I wanted to have $1 million business as well. So I'm like, oh, she did it. Yeah. And I've known her. I've seen her grow into this woman. It wasn't like someone who's just saying that they did it. Yeah. But I didn't see the process. I saw her whole process.
Oh, wow.
So it's like I saw her grow into this millionaire. Go ahead.
How'd you get access to her? I mean, you've known her for
a period. We're both from Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's from Chicago as well, and she's an African-American woman, which leads me to my third part. I met someone who I could relate to and I could trust.
Yeah.
So, you have, like you said, there's so many business gurus out there, so many business coaches out there to say that they can help you take your business to the next level.
Correct.
But I trusted her because I knew her. I liked her as a person, and she is my sis. Like, that's my big sis.
Okay.
And she calls me her mini-me. Like,
y'all look alike.
Yeah, it was those three. It was a combination of those three things that really helped me, like, no, this is what I need to do. I need to invest in a business coach. I need to invest in that business coach.
So let me ask you a question now. Did she initially, like, why didn't you realize this earlier on? Like, because you could see the growth coming. Was there apprehension? Was there fear? What was the issues that held you back?
It was my own ego and pride.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to admit that I needed a coach. Like, I thought I was a know-it-all. Like, I know this. You can't teach me something I don't know. Like, what do you mean? I do. I'm a business coach.
Yeah.
It was my own ego and pride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
I had to
take some humble pride.
accept that I'm not perfect. I do not have all of the answers. And it actually is more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's actually like more, it shows a sense of
humility,
success, and humility on a different level when you admit that you don't have all the answers.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Maturity. That's the word I'm looking
for. Maturity. Yeah. So, how long did it take you to get to that maturity level before you accepted that? What prompted that? At what point?
This just happened last year.
Okay, I got you. So, okay, I got you. So what would you suggest then for somebody else who, for our listeners, anybody who's watching, how can they actually find somebody, because, like you say, you have all these gurus out there and people, you were in a favorable position that you knew this individual, but some people don't know anybody from Adam and they don't know what, hide or hair somebody else who they can trust to come to as a mentor. I'm sure they can also come to you as well.
Well, I think you should do an assessment of what you really need and want. It all goes back to self-awareness. So another reason why I chose her specifically was not just because I knew her, because I knew, of course, a lot of successful business owners, but I knew her as a person, like her leadership style, her personality type, her values, her morals. They were in alignment with mine.
Okay.
So that is what you should look for when you're looking for a mentor or a coach. What are their core values? Do they align with yours? What's their leadership style like? How do they communicate? Is their approach in alignment with the best ways that motivate and inspire you? Will they be able to produce a change and transformation in you based on the answers to those first questions? Okay. And for me, that it was right on the money for me. Like, I'm the type of person, and I know this because I said the first thing you got to master is self-awareness. I know I'm the type of person, I need like kind of like a harder approach. Like, I don't be soft with me.
I got you.
I'm going to run over you.
Yeah.
So you gotta come to me like, Angel, I get it, you're cute, you're smart, all that. You know what I'm
Meet
saying?
me where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
Like, you gotta give it to me straight. And my business coach gave it to me straight, no chase. Like, she will tell me in a second. Like, so you done bumping your head, Angel?
You done?
You done?
Are you finished?
Okay.
Yeah, you finished now? All right, you done? Okay.
Yeah, she don't pull no shorts with your girl.
Okay, you don't pull no punches with you.
She don't pull no punches. And that leads me to the other person. I mean, another thing I wanted to add or even mentioned, sometimes your coach is someone that you aren't necessarily paying right now, or your mentor, but it's someone that you listen to and follow their guidance. So before I literally invested in coaching, I listened to Eric Thomas every morning.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
listened to Les Brown.
Okay, Les Brown. I listened to him when I was a kid.
Online.
Every day.
Every morning I listen to Eric Thomas. I told you I need that hard hit.
Yeah, I see that.
Eric
So you get that
Thomas
energy. I see where you get that energy
That's what I'm talking about. If when you need ET to get going.
Yeah.
ET hits you.
Right.
Yeah.
The last, I would say, since I started my company for sure. So from 2015 until the beginning of 2022, it was Eric Thomas and Les Brown.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you what. I just want to share something. Like, what turned me to start doing self-improvement was his speech. I think he was giving it in a classroom, and he was like, "When you want to succeed, as mad as you want to breathe." See, that's how I know. That's a quick check, right? See, I was checking. I was like, I say, if you know that, you ET all the way. Yeah, man. When you want to do that, as bad as you want to breathe, I was stunned. I was like, yo, something in my life has to change today.
Wow.
Right now.
Wow. Yeah. It's so funny. You should talk about Les Brown. This is back then tapes. I don't know if because you're a millennial. I don't know if you ever used cassette tapes. But my dad knew Les Brown. And as a teenager, he gave me Les Brown tapes. I would listen to them every night as a teenager. For years. Years, I would just listen. And then I talked to Les Brown. I met him and everything. But I just continued to listen to them as a teenager. He just gave me them. I just listened to them every single night. It was a great experience. And it kind of shaped my mentality now as an adult.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I listen to him every day. Ooh. Let me say this. Eric Thomas gave me my work ethic. Okay. Les Brown gave me my intentionality of my environment and who sits at my table.
Oh, whoa, that's deep.
Because he was real big on QPO, quality people only.
Yeah. Woo. Quality people only. Say
quality
it again.
People only.
Quality people only. Les Brown. I got that from Les Brown. And when he said that, I was like, let me get all the broke people.
So let me look at my text message feed right now. Out, block.
So how did you do that? I mean, that must have been hard, to kind of quantify, your friends and the people around you that's not producing or giving you the understanding to scale things in your life and taking away from it. How did you assess that, and how did you really kind of come to terms with that?
I don't know, Dirk. I think she really got to it. I really believe she really got straight to it.
I'm sure she did.
She didn't even wait. Hold on.
She was done.
I need to this. I got to get to it.
Yeah. I'm actually known in my social circles as being on it. Like I aim to be on it.
Okay.
That's how I'm known, because I have a high level of urgency.
Okay.
I have a high sense of urgency when it comes to things I want to accomplish and get done. But I have to attribute that to my mentors and fishing buddies. So one thing that I feel is very important and what really helped me as well in my life, all of my mentors growing up were men.
Okay.
Yeah. So the leadership board at Fishing Buddies was all men, and they were all strong men who were all in fraternities, all married, all big on brotherhood and sisterhood and community service. So the leadership there, and they were all brothers. So Fishing Buddies is a family run and operated nonprofit organization. The dad started it as the president, and then the vice president was his son, and the board members were his other sons.
Oh, wow.
So they were all men.
Nice.
And they were all black men that really helped me to know, okay, you can't have these people around you. Because remember, they were all brothers, and they were all in fraternities.
Yeah.
They were all about, your environment, your community, what are we doing together? The people, everybody that they knew supported the nonprofit.
Okay.
So when we had sponsors and vendors, stuff like that, they were, they're friends. My friend is this insurance agent. My friend owns this tax firm. And I'm man, all of their friends are successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I start motivation.
Like, come on.
If I want to be successful, I need to hang around successful people. And then, as it related to like me quantifying what that looks like, what qualifies a person to be a QPO, like a quality person. Well, for me, I just ask myself, do they educate me, do they inspire me, and do they motivate me? If you aren't doing those three, then you can't be around me.
Wow. One more time for the people in the back. One more time for the people in the back.
Let's go.
Do you educate me? Do you inspire me? And do you motivate me?
Wow.
Because if you aren't doing those three, at least one out of the three, then why are you around?
That's true.
You can't teach me anything. You aren't motivating me to do it, to be better.
Wow.
You aren't inspiring me to overcome and to be a better version of myself. So you're really holding me back.
Yeah.
Because you want me to stay stuck like you. And
wow.
I can't.
Can't do it.
Do you get a lot of kickback?
Yeah, I can't be with, I call them stuck and still. They stuck in their space, still complaining, still blaming, still justifying why they still stuck.
Stuck and still.
Stuck and still.
Stuck and still. You stuck and still. You still broke.
Still
you
broke.
Still complaining. You still blaming other people for why you're not successful. You still justifying why you still not accomplishing the things you want to accomplish in life.
Wow.
And it doesn't always have to be money. Because a lot of people be like, oh, well, Angel, so people ain't making enough money. Like, it's not even about money for me. It's about having a poverty mindset. It's about having what I like to call a losing mindset. And I always say winners only around me.
Yeah.
Like, are you a winner or a loser? Because winners win.
That's true. Hey.
Winners win. What are receipts?
For closers.
Winners win and losers lose.
So
you said what?
I said coffees for closers only.
Closers
I said coffees for closers. You never seen Glenn Ross? That's a movie about selling. So you couldn't get coffee unless you closed.
Coffee is for closers only. That's it. Come on, man.
Exactly. Let's go. You gotta.
I love it. Like I always say winners only, but I always say if you all want to decide, everybody who's watching this, if you want to really evaluate the people in your life, you really can determine a winner from a loser based on characteristics. The first one is they always have excuses. And that's the first thing. And that's why I mentioned it when you said, what's the excuse?
What's the excuse?
What's the excuse?
He got game. He know what's up. He got some game. The second thing is they're always blaming. They're like, oh man, I'm not successful because my parents didn't raise me right.
Yeah.
Oh man, if I just had better parents, okay, how long are you gonna blame them?
Yeah.
Right.
The third thing is they justify. Well, money isn't even that important.
Yeah.
Money isn't the root. Well, I've never heard a wealthy person say money isn't that important. Ever.
Yeah. Of course.
Right? So you can't justify why you aren't winning. Right? If you can justify it, then it's the same as an excuse. It's like the same boat. Justification, excuses, they like running partners. And then I think that's it. It's excuses, blaming, justifying.
Okay.
So that's how you know a winner from a loser.
I got you.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I missed the main one.
The main one?
That's the main one.
Okay. Complaining.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's only so much you can complain. Now I'm not saying venting because venting is healthy and normal.
Okay.
But it's only so long I will allow you to complain around me. Like, okay, we get the problem. How long are we going to talk about the problem before we start discussing solutions?
Yeah.
You have 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
After that, we're solution oriented. What are we going to do?
You know, I think that's indicative of U.S. culture because, like, in other cultures like Japan, like, they don't focus on blaming. Like, they try to fix the solution. The reason being is because of saving face. Instead of like trying to figure out who did something wrong, let's try to find the solution. Because when you start pointing fingers at individuals, then you don't fix the problem. The problem is still there, you know. And then that other person feels disenfranchised or feels, of course, out of the game because that individual is like putting the blame on them. And now we haven't fixed the problem, but their mindset is like fix the problem, and then nobody has to be embarrassed about it because we're working on what works, not what doesn't work.
Exactly. Where attention goes, energy flows. So how much attention we going to give this problem?
Yeah.
Because I want my energy to go to solutions.
Yeah. I still got some more questions for you now. Which is growing more, you or your business? If so, at what rate?
your business only grows at the level you grow.
Okay. I got you.
So we grow, we right here.
Okay.
The more I grow, the more the business grows.
Okay.
All right, we're at the same level. Bust down the next one, Doc. She's knocking them out.
You're knocking them out, all right? Okay. Now, what are the things you think you should you should be doing in your business that you have not done so far, or want to accomplish?
What do I know I should be doing, but I haven't done it yet?
Correct.
Expand to a different state.
Okay. And what would be the objectives to get to that goal? Or the strategy?
I'm doing it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You ready?
So I have to go out there, and I'm going to Atlanta. Tomorrow. So I want to expand to Atlanta.
Okay.
And so one of the objectives, of course, going out there, connecting and collaborating with people who are in alignment with my MVP.
Okay.
And then establishing a budget for how much I will need to have a successful branch out there and be just as impactful.
So how do you get your projections done based on what your goals are? Do you get with an accountant? Do you do the projections yourself? Or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I was just about to say shout out to Alex Financial, Alexis, because we cannot make any decisions without knowing our numbers.
Exactly, the numbers.
How we have to make our decisions based on what the data says with your account. Can I afford to hire people? Can I afford to expand? Can I afford to get this new system or apply this new CRM? Like, it all goes back to the numbers. So, yeah, that's how I decide. I talk to Alexis, and we look over the numbers, and we see, okay, how much revenue do we need to generate for this?
Awesome.
So we can make this happen.
Awesome. Now, what are the pain points in your business, and how do you overcome them? The pain points.
Pain points in my business.
So things that
for me, personally,
Mm-hmm.
as a CEO who's very passionate about economic reform and community reform, for me, it is interacting with people who have a poverty mindset, knowing that I can't control that.
Okay.
That's a pain point that I know I have. And I overcome that by continuously showing up as my authentic self, being the example for what my values say and align with them, and always being humble enough to have my prospects come back to me and say, I heard you 3 years ago. I'm ready. Now we can work together. So like having a sense of humility and understanding and not being like, I told you 3 years ago. No. I'm all about integrity. I'm all about impact. And I know that even if one person is impacted by a post, by a reel, by a podcast interview, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in alignment with my purpose to educate, motivate, and inspire other people.
Oh man! Also, hey, Angel, we're not going to take up any more of your time. We only talked to you give you about an hour of your beautiful time that you gave to us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're so honored that you came. We want you to go ahead and just tell our audience basically where you are at. Any of your services that you can provide to them, especially your mentoring, your coaching, any type of business advice you can give them, how to reach you on what platforms and whatever in whatever case they can try to find you, wherever they can find you, so they can get all this knowledge that you have and try to scale their business. That's what I'm trying to say.
I love it. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here. And to reach me, everybody can find me at Angelicia J on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. It's Angelicia J. The J is for Jones. So if they want to be funny, just type in Jones. And that's ANGELESHA. So I am your golden angel.
Yes.
Angel at the front and then ESHA. I'm actually probably going to start introducing myself as Angelicia Jones and then Angel J, because people are like, who is Angelisha? And so that's how everybody can reach me on every platform. It's Angelisha Jones. And then my company, Golden Angel Management, we're your Golden Angel on Instagram. And so we're your golden.angel. And if you go to the business page or if you go to my page, you'll be able to connect to the other page. So that'll really be helpful. And of course, our website is goldenangelmanagement.com, and you all can book a consultation with me there. And if you go to goldenangelmanagement.com, that will take you to all of my social media platforms. And for texting me, I did just create an amazing mentorship text community. So you all can text me directly.
Nice.
I inspire, educate, and motivate you every single day. You get messages from me on the daily to keep you in alignment with your higher self as it relates to your business goals. And that's just $30 a month to be in a community. We do free trainings. You become a golden angel in the community, and we will make sure you stay educated, motivated, and inspired.
Nice.
And yes, I do have some mentorship and coaching programs available, but we will talk about those when we will meet on your booking call, because I don't want to just put you into something that may not be in alignment with where you are right now. So I really am passionate about making sure every single customer, we have a consultation with me or my team, so we can put you where you should be for where you are in your journey, so we can make the most impact.
Awesome.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
You want to say something?
You want to say something? I'm sorry.
No, I was just thinking about the last thing. So I was trying to hit all the points you said. You said, how can I reach me? What programs do I have to offer? So I didn't finish that part. So you guys know I have my text-based group, and I have my mentorship and coaching services, but let me get more specific with those. So Golden Angel Management offers 3 core services. We do sales assessments, so you all as business owners can know where you are. We assess your business in terms of your social media presence, your advertisements, your sales journey, your customer journey, and we look at where you really are in terms of your sales department. Then we go to your sales training. So we will train you on the skills you need to improve your conversion rate. So we will take some time to train you to make sure you can build your confidence, make sure you are able to communicate effectively and efficiently to get your prospect to understand your value, what problem you solve, and pay you what you are asking for to solve it. And then we have our sales coaching. And then the sales coaching program really holds your hand through that sales process, but also through the process of your personal development. So our sales coaching program marries both personal development and professional development to help you take yourself to the next level.
Nice. Thank you so much, Angel. On the D&D
Y'all
Level
heard it
Podcast.
here. Y'all heard it here, right in here on the D&D Level Up Podcast. That's right.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know, that's right.
Hey, Angel.
Time to go.
Thank you so
What's
much.
Good?
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We want to definitely have you come back, and talk about your services again. We got so much information from you. We love your energy. We saw you at the podcast summit, and I know we're about to close, but it's great that we're able to get in touch with you and actually draw from all the great understanding, wisdom that you have, and business acumen. We love to see Black women, prosper and be successful. It's enjoyable to us. We want everybody to prosper. We enjoy seeing our people. Most of it we talk about elevated conversations between 2 Black males, and for us to see a Black woman succeeding, we enjoy that. We want to see you continue to rise.
We're behind it 100%.
100%. We want to be able to contribute to any type of success that you have, and we thank you. We pray blessings on you, and we hope you have a great rest of your day. We thank you again. Okay.
Aw, thank you so much, and thank you again for being Black men, supporting Black women, supporting other Black men and all other races. But I just want to say thank you both for allowing me the opportunity to be on your platform and to give some value, and to hopefully the viewers, you all gain a lot of value and knowledge, so you can be more encouraged and educated on your journey to your next level. So thank you. And of course, this is not It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
We're gonna level up.
Make sure y'all go get y'all consultation.
Yes.
Okay.
Go get Angel Management.
Get your business. Let's get your business first.
Yes.
Then go get your consultation, so she can set you straight.
Yes.
Cause I got a feeling. I got a feeling about this one right here, y'all. Yeah. I got a feeling about this. You go to her, she gonna get you right.
Yes.
Oh, she gonna at least tell you where you at.
Get you tight, at least. Yeah. This is your coach.
Yeah.
This is your coach, y'all.
I will definitely do it for you. Thank you all so much.
All right.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Have a good one.
See y'all later.
See you later. See you, deuces.